Two teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's got room. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. A give. This is Cook. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
All right, here we go. 319! 319! Hot!
Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Gone! 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 Gone!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go. 319! 319!
He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Lock in, lock in.
A first carry now for Jordan Howard. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go. Run the ball after this. Hurry, hurry.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Come on, gotta go, gotta go.
On second down, Trubisky. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. And Parkey's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but, boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On play action, they'll throw. And, he coughs up the football. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Returnable here from the 38.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down, here's Trubisky. On the left side, a catch by White. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. If I missed him...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kendall Wright, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 2. Carlson now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Cohen. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 22. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
A first scoring update now from Carolina. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On first down, they run with Howard. And now running right through it. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Let's go. Run the ball, sir. Ran, top.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They give him a gain of 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
4 down, 4 down. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Daniel Carlson now for the Viking field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So put 3 on the board, but from that far into enemy territory, probably hoping for more.
Yeah, I think they're going to get together on the sideline, talk about it, right? Because you get that far, that deep, you want to come away with a touchdown. They'll take the 3, but they're going to file it away for the future.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory. But that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now Trubisky. And he comes back with one complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on third.
Playing coverage here.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
This is taken around the 12. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They go play action here on 1st down. Going deep for Diggs. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. This time, Trubisky will throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Sheldon Richardson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. 1:59 to go in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll bring up second down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
319. 319.
On second down, Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the move to his left. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now. But later, when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
"19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10.
18.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Hands up. 18.
Play action. Now Trubisky. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down here but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 5 yards on the catch there brings up second down. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
18.
On second down, Trubisky. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now they'll run. Murray. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch him now, Barney.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Carlson now to add the extra point. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Carlson now to kick this one away. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Lock in, lock in.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And some room to maneuver. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down at the 43. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On first, they go right back to Howard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Trubisky to throw on second. Escape. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
18.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Now, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
They'll try and get the running game going here with Murray. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On 1st down, Murray, strong running. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Check. Presto. Gun.
On play action, they'll throw. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards that time for number 14. On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter from Oakland. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Gun! Detroit!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 6 there on first. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4.
All right, here we go. 319. 319. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Screen. Watch the screen.
He'll drop to throw. Flushed it. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw here. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Trubisky with the give to Howard. And he stopped immediately there. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Bears on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football. Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at the 23. And there he goes again. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. They'll find Thielen working the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And some room to roam now. Got some real estate inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Handoff comes to Cook. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Here we go now! Blue 90! Blue 90!
He'll look to throw. And right with it here over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. Oh, he's got a man wide up and complete. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Red, up! Hey, 18.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Bears on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
He'll buy some time right. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Red, up!
Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. That is caught at the 7. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. Parkey with the extra point, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. Oh, did the Bears get it? They did. Chicago football. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Chicago. Jalen Strong with time running out. And now the Bears are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game.
But they certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it, and guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up. Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A crushing blow there as they cannot tie the game. Now the focus shifts to can they get the onside kick and have a miracle happen.
And they have to have that miracle play that they've been working on, that they've designed. You don't really just draw one up now. You've had different onside kicks. Do they have that one weak point in the defense that they can exploit because they have to have the ball back?
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Just a short pickup. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Back to the ground. This time Cook. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Minnesota, they do get the victory here in the season finale, but it was altogether a disappointing season as they wind up at 6-10. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they wanted desperately to finish at 500, but that won't happen, as it'll be a 7-9 season in the end. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa. Pulling up the no the leader. Getting that while I'm on the. She's a keeper. No play burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot with no zeros. Don't you run out? No, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut. Mayday. Bubbles and these models. It's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I feel like a boss right now. Talk